YouTube. It's your girl Shay, and I'm back with another episode of Shay's Relationship Files. I hope everyone's doing good this morning. I hope everyone's feeling good this morning. I hope everyone's enjoying the nice weather if they do have it. Here where we are, it's kind of gloomy, but we're going to get through the gloominess today. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Help us keep growing this great channel so I can continue to push out good content for you guys. So today we are going to talk about 15 traits knowing that you have a deep connection with your mate. And building a deep connected relationship doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey filled with ups and downs that bring you closer. While every relationship is unique, certain traits consistently indicate a profound connection between partners, from either mutual respect to unwavering trust. But we're going to talk about 15 traits of how you know you have a deep connection with your spouse. And if these traits you're not already doing, how can you be able to get those traits to be able to be connected and closer to your mate? So the first trait, we talk about mutual respect. Now, I came to learn when it comes to male and female, the male, number one thing, even though we're both human and we both need love, as a male perspective, they do look more at how a person respects them first before anything, and that determines everything else. But from a woman perspective, we look at the affection, the love that we get from the person and their actions is what we look at to feel that we're respected or treated right, of how the loving affection of that person is towards us. Now, respecting each other means speaking highly of each other. And that's not only just when you're in front of the person, but even when you may be with friends or family, you still keep that up of saying positive things about your spouse. And that's one of the reasons you know and identify that you have respect for your relationship, that you're proud of your relationship, and that y'all both value each other opinions, feelings, and boundaries. And that's definitely important because today, good morning, Nate Sports. Because today, many people don't have no respect anymore for people. It's a lot of disrespect in many different ways. So that's the first important trait that you want to have, and that keeps your relationship, you and your spouse, deeply connected. And second thing is open communication. Open communication is very important to openly express your thoughts and emotions and concerns without fear and judgment. And sometimes that can be hard because I mentioned in a past video how it also depends on how your partner was raised, because some people were raised where they wasn't taught to kind of talk out their feelings. So sometimes it's hard for someone to talk it out or talk things over with you, but that's something that you can definitely work on together, to be open communicative with each other and being able to talk to each other about anything. But when you're able to do that, especially during tough times, it definitely helps, because then y'all can rely on each other and know, okay, whatever I have to discuss with him or whatever I got to discuss with her, that it'll be okay and no one's going to make each other feel bad at the end of the day. And the third thing it mentions is share values and goals. And it brought out a sense of unity and purpose in a relationship comes from being on the same page about your goals. So when you and your partner are having agreements when it comes to beliefs or making decisions about things, that can also ease a lot of the tension that may come in many relationships, because at the end of the day, y'all both have set goals that y'all trying to reach as a relationship. So when y'all both have those and support each other in those, then that helps also make things a little smoother. And it also, that feeling of harmony can only strengthen your connection and reinforce your commitment to each other's happiness, both individually and as a couple. Because you have goals as a couple, then of course you also have your individual goals to help better yourself within the relationship. So supporting each other on both endeavors helps the relationship continue to be stronger. And emotional vulnerability. So, emotional vulnerability with your partner means sharing your deepest fears, insecurities, and vulnerabilities without reservation. And when both partners feel safe enough to be vulnerable, a deep emotional connection follows. So you should be able to be vulnerable with your spouse. Hi, Vivid Skeleton. Good morning. We were just talking about 15 traits of how you know you have a deep connection with your mate. And if in these traits, if you haven't, you've already been doing them, it's just to discuss different traits that can help you continue to be close as the years go on. Yeah, so as I was saying, I was talking about uh, emotional vulnerability. That is definitely important. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, so it's definitely important for us to have that emotional vulnerability with our spouse. We want to be able to have our times if we feel insecure or whatever the case may be. We should be able to talk to them about it. And the next trait they mention is unwavering trust. Now, unwavering trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Just look at the couples who are constantly paranoid about lying and cheating. They don't seem very happy. But the ones who have a sense of trust in each other's word, I'm a female. Thanks. So when we trust in each other's words and actions and intentions, that creates a strong bond with each other and a reliability and loyalty to each other. Because when you're constantly accusing someone of something, it can definitely get aggravating and annoying when a person, especially when they're not doing things or not having an intent or even doing any of those things, and you're constantly accusing them. That does hurt somebody's feelings, because it's like nobody likes to feel untrusted, or don't know, nobody likes to feel like that you don't trust them. So that's definitely something that you want to work towards. I think a lot of that with building trust with your mate has to also start with your childhood too, because if you had people who kind of betrayed you, which we all have had people who just done things to us, and over time as we grew up, even as we processed and healed from those things, we still may have, our trust may have been affected. So we want to work towards that, because many of us, and I'm even including myself, have had times where it's just you feel like you can't trust. Now, sometimes it may be when you were dealing with that person, they are being jerk and doing crappy things to you behind your back. Now, that's a different story. But the point of the matter is, when once you're committed and to your marriage, and you know this is what you guys both want, You want to continue to show that you trust your mate and work on being secure enough in your relationship. And it takes both people to really help when it comes to that. And the next trait is number 6, where it says share interests and hobbies. So, shared interests are important in the beginning of relationships to give you something to connect over. But they become even more important later on when you're spending more time together. And also, it mentions, which I think is important too, instead of one partner always compromising, you have things that both of you enjoy doing. And also, sometimes it's nice to show interest in the other person activity, even if you necessarily ain't crazy about it. But you, both of you guys should still, and it kind of connects with the other trait. Both of you guys should still show support to each other activities, and still have activities you both enjoy together. Like whether y'all like watching comedy movies or movies in general, or y'all may enjoy a specific game y'all like to play. Like for example, me and my husband, we love like comedy movies. We really enjoy I forgot that game that you play where you push the puck with the handle thing, and we love playing pool, which we haven't played in a while. I definitely want to get back into playing pool. We both love mini golf. um yeah, and I forgot it was something else, but I can't think of it right at the moment. But yeah, so whatever favorite things y'all enjoy doing together is definitely, or what things y'all enjoy from the beginning of the relationship, you want to keep those things as part of your relationship going forward, because that's what brought you guys close as well. So having that continued connection of sharing fun activities together. Now, I'm not saying, of course, you're not a robot, so you're not gonna like every exact thing that your spouse like. Y'all gonna have some different ideas, but the common ideas you guys have is what y'all build on. And the next trait is genuine empathy. Having empathy allows you to truly understand and resonate with your partner's emotion and experiences. When both partners demonstrate genuine empathy toward each other, it cultivates a profound sense of closeness, and it makes you feel like your partner understands you and helps you feel at home. Besides, your husband should be one of the top people that you feel you can talk to and they would be understanding. Now, sometimes it may be moments where you're talking to your spouse about something and it may not be a good time. Timing is important, but once you figure out that time of the day and you just feeling down and you just need that comfortability from your spouse, it's definitely something you guys should give to each other, and you should definitely, like they said, it helps you feel at home with them, and it helps you to continue to be open with your spouse. And also number 8, they brought up constant support. So I kind of talked about that earlier on in the article, how having constant support of each other, supporting each other in things, even if it may be something you may not necessarily be crazy about, but long as it makes that person happy, you should continue to encourage it, as long as it helps add more positivity to you guys' relationship overall. And again, they did mention healthy conflict resolution, and that is very important, because if you have a plan of how you want to handle things when you guys have a disagreement, that is a good thing to have, so you know when it's time to, if y'all do have a disagreement, oh, okay, this is the time we're going to walk away, collect ourselves, calm down, and then talk about it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes if you're just having a bad day or a disagreement, sometimes just constantly talking about the matter back to back on end doesn't help resolve anything. Sometimes, if you feel like you guys are getting heated or getting upset, you kind of want to take a breather from the situation, calm down, and then come back to it in a better mindset. Because then, if you constantly kind of keep hammering at it, then eventually, not intentionally, but sometimes you end up saying something you shouldn't. And words do hurt just as bad as physically hurting somebody. So you definitely want to be careful with that. And humor and laughter, I was that's definitely important. And no, I don't think it's nobody in the world that don't enjoy having a laugh or a joke. And that's one of the traits about my husband. I love that he always keep me laughing all the time. Like, and it's always been like that ever since we met, and it's still like that till this day. He's one of the, cause it's not my humor is like weird. I admit. So when you can make me laugh, it's you definitely like a keeper to me in my life because I'm not the easiest person to laugh at every single thing all the time. My humor is just kind of awkward. I don't know. Yeah, so we didn't necessarily get to 15 traits per se. We got to a few because some of them on this article I feel like was kind of a repeat, but they all kind of connected together about unconditional love and acceptance and all those things. Which kind of all surrounds by, being committed, knowing that you want to be in this relationship, you want it to be permanent, you have that view of permanent, so you're going to do all you can to work towards that. Yeah, and that's my discussion and topic today on traits, how you know you're deeply connected to your spouse by these traits. And those were my few favorite traits out of that article that I really liked it. So, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this segment of ShayS Relationship Files. I hope you guys continue to stay safe out there and please continue to keep subscribing, keep liking, and I look forward to seeing you guys next live. And again, have a great day. Peace.